Good morning, everybody. Well, today is going to be overcast, chance of rain, and 80-ish. So I think today would be a good day maybe to test out that stove. I think we'll go to the park, maybe take a walk, take a look around. I don't know, maybe go somewhere. A couple days, it's going to be 100 again. It's going to be like 82 today, 86 tomorrow, then like 95, 100, 100, 100. So, we'll be doing those 100-degree and probably 95-degree days. So, yeah, maybe we'll take a walk down the road and just see if anything's changed. I haven't done that in a few days. And then we'll get the van ready and go take a walk, try to figure out what's in the park or something. Maybe we'll figure out what's for dinner tonight. Okay, go for a walk. All right, so we went for a little walk. Nothing's really changed. Same amount of people are still here. Um, I saw in the bathroom this morning that there were mouse turds. I don't know how noticeable, that was to me. So maybe it was the old mouse. I don't know. I just took the cook stove out because I had another pot. I wanted to double check before I use it that it does fit. That all three of my pans that I cook out of will fit in there, and it will. There was mouse droppings in the top cupboard. So I went through the food drawer where I've got some dry staples, ramen, things like that. No sign of them. So I don't know. I thought yesterday morning I heard something in here, but sometimes the fridge makes a funny little noise. I don't know. But we will be setting the traps tonight. Hopefully, if he's in here, we will find him before he does damage or builds a home. I got some yogurt yesterday. Which kind I got? I got a Huckleberry and a mango. I think I'm going to do the Huckleberry. Um, I had never had huckleberries until I hiked the Pacific Crest Trail. Um, they're really, really, really good. Um, from what I understand, is they only grow at certain elevation. Somebody told me. I don't think that's true though, because I thought I saw them lower. But anyways, on the Pacific Crest Trail, they were all over the place on the trail. More. Oh, this is a funny story. I'll tell you guys this one. I was trying to get into um, in Washington. There's Leavenworth one way, and I can't think of the town's name that goes the other way. Can't remember, Skynomish. I can't remember the town that goes to the west. Well, I had a package in the town in the west, but I wanted to go stay in Leavenworth, the German town. And there was rain coming the next day, so I wanted to get as close to the road as possible. So I hiked a lot. I don't remember how many miles, but a lot of miles, and I didn't get to this where I made camp till well into the dark. I couldn't really see or tell what was around or anything. It just looked bushy. It's getting ready to rain, I think. It started sprinkling when I was taking a walk. The wind's picking up. But I set up my tent in the dark pretty much and went to sleep. And I woke up in the morning and starting to get light. And I realized I am in the only flat spot that's not covered in huckleberries. There were huckleberries everywhere. I could not believe a bear did not come into my camp that night. Um, just walking down the trail, it was funny though. Pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and eat this real quick. and then we'll get the float back on the bed and the things out of the window, and we'll run to town because I don't know, we got to figure out something for dinner. I don't know what I want. Could do the shrimp. That doesn't sound bad. I really don't want to buy a whole thing of rice though. To do like shrimp over rice. It's starting to rain. Do maybe over pasta? I'm not sure. Well, all right, we'll go to town. Okay, so we're at the park. I just I went to go check my mail and I saw a restaurant that I've never heard of before called Supreme Deluxe. Burger wasn't bad. I think they're trying to be like In and Out. Wasn't as good as In and Out, and it was more expensive too. But they don't tell you what's on the burger. It looked like they had like a secret menu too because all the burgers she made were different, and you couldn't tell what some of the stuff she was putting on there was. But it is what it is. Wasn't bad. I gotta go there again. The service took forever. I stood there just by myself waiting forever just to order. But like I said, the burger wasn't horrible. Wasn't that great either. There was a whole bunch of liquid under the car. I wanted to make sure it wasn't for me. So I'm kind of not sure what I want to make for dinner yet. I'm leaning towards maybe something like Italian, like maybe even spaghetti. I mean, I'm itching for like lasagna. That wouldn't be possible without a cook stove. I mean, I don't know how I'd make that happen. I mean, I could make everything and then layer it, and the cheese would just melt. But we'd have to have a very large pot, and I don't want to eat it for the next week. Okay, I'm going to do a little research on some electrical upgrades for a little while here at the park. If anything exciting happens, I'll show you. Um, Rained for a little while, and now it's just back to being cloudy. Well, it's actually getting blue behind me. I don't know. But another nice day in the park. Cool. Actually I put pants on. Look at that. First time I've had pants on in like 2 months or more. So yeah. Yeah. So I'm gonna do research. Those wheels are high wheels. Horses would use, loggers would use horses to pull those. And what happens is on the front where you hook the horses, as they pulled the cart along, it would raise the chain to lift the logs off the ground. And when it goes downhill, because the cart would start to slide towards the horses, that same would work in reverse and would drop the logs and then allow as like a brake going downhill. Pretty ingenious back in the day. All right, so here's what we've decided. I kind of want to do something like a lasagna. Maybe just with, maybe we call it more like a baked spaghetti or something like that. So my Dutch oven, like I said, I was trying to find that like steaming rack. I'm going to go to Wally World and see if they don't have one. If they don't have it, maybe we'll end up doing like shrimp or something. Shrimp and pasta wouldn't be bad, but I kind of really want a cheesy ground beef, lasagna-ish, So we're going to run to Wally World, and of course, not getting any sun today. It's all overcast. All right, Wally World. Okay, so we found a steamer basket. Not really what I wanted. I may rip the fins off because I just want a platform. Now the question is, can we find small enough ingredients? I don't want to buy a pound and a half of hamburger. I want to get, hopefully the meat department, I can just get a handful. And then hopefully a really little jar of sauce, but we're probably going to end up throwing away more again than we actually make. But let's go into. All right, you ready, guys? Ready to cook lasagnas tonight? Now I put the other wind side down so you can see better. Obviously, I'm in the van. I don't need it, and I'm going to try to do this as clean as possible. So first off, with the other cooktop, there's no way I could have even attempted this because it basically only had one setting, and that was. So what we're going to do here is we're turn the gas on. Might take a minute. Oof, okay. There, I have a 12-foot hose from the propane tank, so I had to fill a 12-foot hose. All right, now we're going to see how low this goes. That went pretty damn low. That's as low as that is super low. I can barely see the flames. That's going to be real nice. Okay, so I got ground beef. That's funny. But what I had to buy for sauce, ground beef, sauce. They had one 14-ounce jar, and it was $1 more than that one. I just don't understand stuff. And oh, it's the oils and stuff burning off the burner. So the 14-ounce jar was the same price of its like a 24-ounce of the same brand. It's what the heck? I don't get it. Okay, so we got a little bit of hamburger. We're going to brown that up. And then I've got these, I'll show them to you when I build it, but I've got these little tiny mini loaf pans, and that's what I'm going to make the lasagnas in. Oh, it should be just about perfect. I probably could have got just a hair more beef. Not like you want, I'm not trying to make big meatballs, so I'm just trying to, put some meat in the lasagna. Oh, what do we want to add in there? Maybe a little garlic? A little onion. Salt. This is cool, folks. I like being able to cook inside. Have everything what I need available. That was one of the big problems with the bean pod. I had to cook out back. Everything was so tight. How does this work? Grinder. Okay, top pops off. It was funny, years ago, I was working for a waterworks. I used to work in water treatment and distribution for a long, long time. And I had to take a couple of my guys to another plant. We had 3 plants last place I worked. We had to do, I can't even remember what we had to do anymore there, but then we had to go to the other plant to do a little training, so I could train most of my crew. So we got done with the first plant, whatever the project was, I can't remember, but we figured, well, guys at the plant don't get to go out to lunch very often, so let's swing by a restaurant and grab something to eat. First off, the one guy had no teeth, literally no teeth, and didn't wear dentures. He ordered a steak sandwich. I mean, and it was literally a steak on a bun. That was funnier than heck, watching him numb that thing to death. But the funny part of this, well, that was funny, because it took him like forever to eat it. Me and the other guy just sat there kind of laughing. But the funny thing was, there's a couple ladies at the other table, and the same thing, they're grinders. So she's just shaking the heck out of it, and nothing's coming out. She goes to like 3 different tables and tries their pepper grinders, trying to shake pepper out of them. It was so funny. Okay, ground beef is done. Let's see. I'll grab one of those little trays right now. Why dirty another dish, right? Where are they? Oh, I put them in the Dutch oven. I think we're going to make 2. We can fit 2 of these in my Dutch oven. Little mini loaves. All right, so we're going to pour that in the mini loaf for now. Need to get a paper towel. And you're probably going to ask me on the cabinet, why did I have it opening so the opening is to the other side? Well, that cabinet is basically for the water system, right? And if I really got to get something out of there, I mean, the door opens. I can, just move aside of it. But if I had the door open to the outside, first, you couldn't get anything if you were outside. And then second of all, it made getting the containers out a lot harder. So that's why that opens inwards. All right, now we're going to go ahead and get some water. Now, of course, I didn't get lasagna noodles because, first off, if I make just a little bit of pasta and butter or something, I can use what I got, and I'll show you what I got. And we are definitely not going to need very much. Okay, and no reason to put a little oil in there because we've got the oil from the hamburger, right? Salt in the water. I normally wait till it boils, but since we're doing this. All right, let's get this back on. All right, so I just got salad macaroni, little tiny nubs. I figured this would probably be the best. It was like the smallest, I mean, you can get that stuff that looks like half a thing's of rice, you know what I mean? But that stuff that doesn't help. Me, anyways. I'm going to need the lid. That smoke is really in the air today. You can really smell it. Very prevalent. Yes, I definitely like this new cook stove much, much better. Oh, wow. And it, on high, it's a going. Yeah, but I mean, for everything I, made sure that this stove was going to fit. Now they're probably just coming out with a different model, but if that thing is any taller, it wouldn't fit. It's the one mistake that was made. I said I wanted 5 inches of, the heck is that? Of drawer clearance, and it only ended up to be four, and this is 4 inches. So if it right now the way it sits in there, the lid just barely does not touch. I mean, it's literally very, very thin. So if they up that at all with the new model, I would be out of luck. Okay, it's gonna probably take a little while to boil, and then but what I'll do is I'll boil the water or get it boiling. Uh, Kind of just half cook the pasta because it's going to be in the sauce and everything in the oven, in what we're going to make into an oven. So okay, we'll be back in a minute. Okay, so I boiled the pasta and drained it, and it came out to be what I think is probably about the perfect amount of pasta. It's about 2.5 times as much by volume um, as the meat. So this should get nice in layers in there. Okay, now I've got my 2 little mini loaves. Probably get a spoon out for this. I got that. I hate to throw food away all the time, but I mean, I just don't understand, like I said, why you have to buy in huge portions. All right. Now, I normally would use Munster, mozzarella, ricotta. If I was making a full dish, tray of lasagna, whatever you want to say. But Vanlife, we have to downsize, right? So I just got a Parmesan provolone blend, rough cut. Um, should be good. I tasted it; it is good, but it should be a nice cheese for this dish. Oh, spillage! I had 2 paper. Oh, there it is. Get my nice new stove dirty. I don't want that to happen. Actually, a pretty clean guy. I try to stay very clean. There goes another drip. All right, even that out. Now let's see, maybe a layer of cheese, just because I really like cheese. Just a little on the bottom. I normally would just go with the meat and the noodles straight off, but I want as many layers of cheese in this as I can get. I'm really wanting something cheesy. Okay, and we'll go in here and 1 ladle, see what that does. It's actually probably pretty good. I'll go 1 ladle in this one. Yeah, I think a little more in both. Spread that out in there. A little more sauce. That's pretty chunky. Me and tomatoes are not friends. I'm allergic to tomato as well as eggs. But if I don't eat, it's so processed. I'll skip the chunks. It's a lot chunkier than I thought. Just Walmart or Safeway brand, whatever that is. Market Signature Select. But it's pretty chunky. I didn't realize. I probably wouldn't have bought this one. I probably would have gone with something else had I realized it was so chunky. Well, live and learn. All right, a good layer of sauce in there. Now we're going to cheese this layer up pretty good. That way I get the most cheese in there and not bubble as much over the side, because I am going to put it on top as well. Hopefully we have room. Another layer of noodles and beef. Yeah, I guess just about perfect on this mixture. I mean, I'm probably going to have just a little bit left over, but not that bad. Yeah, the guy at the meat counter, when I said, can I have a quarter pound of ground beef? And I said, if it's on the low side, that's okay. He kind of looked at me surprised, didn't it? I said, hey, I'm making lasagna for one. And he kind of laughed. He said, oh, I get you now. There's kind of funny look on his face when I said, quarter pound or less. Literally, I have like nothing. There is nothing left. Literally, I'm putting the last little bit in. Perfect amount for this. Nice thing is, we're gonna have to wipe out the bowl. Okay, one more thing of sauce. Sauce over here. This smells really good, I tell you that. Really gonna smell good when it's all bubbly and happy all together. Yeah, like I was saying, the pasta sauce is so processed. As long as I stay away from the chunks, I'll probably be fine. I'm surprised I used as much as I did, though. If I could have got that 14, and if I would have bought the 14 ounce, it probably would have been perfect. And I wouldn't have been throwing so much away. But like I said, it was more expensive. Like $1.50 more expensive than this jar. Okay, that's enough for the sauce. Yeah, I mean, I used quite a bit of it. I'm surprised. Too bad you got to refrigerate after opening. I know it's going to say that on here. I mean, I always do. Refrigerator after opening it. I knew it would. I just wanted to check. I'd probably put some Parmesan in here as well, but we'll save that for when I eat. And we'll just try to put a nice generous topping of this on here. I'm gonna use half a pound of cheese. That's all right. I love my cheese. Keeps wanting to rain out there. It sprinkled for a little while. It rained when I was driving to town. It was raining, just lightly. Then it sprinkled when I got to the park for like 2 seconds. And that's all it's done. I looked up the radar. I don't see anything coming, but I mean, the clouds are pretty dark. Okay, now we're going to get to the part that makes it, you got to adapt when you're van living, right? All right. Have to hand it off a little bit. Got the cheese for $1.29 today. That was a deal. All right, so we're going to move these for a second. Set those over on our extra countertop, the refrigerator. A couple little cheese crumbs. Go ahead and open the lid back up. All right, so now what I'm using is my Dutch oven, okay? I'm gonna put some foil on the bottom of that, just in case cheese bubbles over, just less dishes. Again, van life, conserve, right? Put that down in the bottom. And it's also going to help from, I don't want to scratch my enamel in this. It's a Le Creuset. So it's cast iron, but it's coated with enamel. All right, so I bought a basket, right? The steamer basket, but I don't need the sides. I want more surface room area in there. So I ripped the sides off, just the little fins, took all them off. Okay. Now I've got like an inch off the bottom. So the lasagna will not be touching the actual heating surface. So it should make it, in all reasonability, an oven. So we are gonna kick it on. I'm thinking, I wonder if I should put a little moisture in there. I don't know. I mean, you don't put moisture in your oven when you're doing lasagna. You know what? We can always check and see if it looks funky. But I was just thinking maybe that would help keep the temp around, you know what I mean? Okay, so one issue, it's only got 3 feet on the steamer basket. Since I took the fins off, it wanted to tip over because I had the weight on the odd spot. Fortunately, if it boils over, it's going to miss the foil over that side. Turn these a little bit. I guess my foil should have been a little bit bigger. That's okay. It's no big deal. If I got to clean a dish, I got to clean a dish. All right, so there we go. We got them in there. And I'm going to cover it, clean. And I don't know. What do you guys think? Maybe 30 minutes, probably? Oops. All right, I'm going to go ahead and grab the lid. It's over there. Cover this up. And we're going to cook our lasagna. We'll see you in about 30 minutes. All right. Lasagna is done. It started bubbling nicely. And yeah, the Dutch oven trick worked very well. I had a phone call I had to take. A friend of mine and I chatted for a little while, gave it a chance to cool down. So let's see what we got. Still pretty hot. Oh, but it looks good. Oh my God, I can't put that much in my mouth. Oh, it's still steaming hot. I thought it would have been cooled down by now. Now, the only thing that doesn't look like normally when I do lasagna in a regular oven, I would hit broil for a little while and give a crust to the top. But other than that, let's see. Hot, still really hot. Oh my gosh, that tastes amazing. Oh my gosh. Oh, that is so good. Wow. I'm not even getting rid of the chunks of tomato. It just tastes that good. Sorry if you guys heard me eating. Wow, that is amazing. It really tastes good. Wow. I am really happy with the way that turned out. And I'm only probably going to eat half of this one tonight. And then, I mean, now I got 4 meals. But wow, that's a, that worked out perfect. I couldn't have imagined it came out any better. I'm really, really happy. So yeah, living in a van. There's lots of things you can do. You just have to, modify things. I don't have an oven, so used my Le Creuset and made it into an oven. And that is really good. I mean, it's tasty like no tomorrow. So, for a kind of a crummy day, just being overcast and smoke filled and not a lot done, this was a really nice meal to cook in the van. And it just shows you just have to figure out different ways to do stuff. One pot can be multiple different things. And my Le Creuset cast iron ceramic coated Dutch oven, which is an expensive pot, amazing. So I'm going to eat dinner and go to sleep. But thank you again for watching, subscribing, commenting, sharing, excuse me, liking, all those good things. We appreciate it. Helps the channel. The big blue bus going back by again. And we will see you next time. And as always, have a great morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are. We'll see you tomorrow on Jellybean Outdoors.